please like and subscribe.
Welcome back to another Crypto Bros
Holly Girl
podcast, season 2, episode 56.
Yeah, so season 2, episode 56, and hopefully our viewers, everybody that's watching, saw our new intro. We've got some other new things coming up, but our intro was provided to us by our friends over at Ignite Marketing. Man, I cannot say the word. But we just wanted to say thank you.
What was it?
Yes.
Yeah, and we're going to put a link.
Grazie.
We're going to put a link on this podcast so that you can check them out.
Yeah.
But that was just a deal where they reached out to us and said, hey, we'd like to do this. And we were like, sweet. Mm-hmm. And it turned out awesome. So you're going to see that from time to time. Gave you a quick sneak peek last week on the taste test. We used that intro without telling anybody we did it.
Taste test.
Just to see what people would say. And so far, the reviews are good. So thank you very much, guys. We appreciate that. Yes. It's those little things that mean the most to us. And as we're moving forward, we don't know how to do everything, right? So having help from people like professionals is a good thing.
A little help
for
from
sure.
Our friends.
Yes. And I want to give a special shout out to DMAC, aka he is the one that reached out to me and said he wanted to do it. And so I appreciate him more than anything. He's a very, very awesome person. So thank you, Hornet.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Quick question on that, Holly. So you always tell us this person, but I call them XYZ. How does that work? Like you just make up names for people or?
Kind of funny.
I want to know what my nickname
What's
is.
Josh's nickname?
Yeah, what's my nickname?
What's
What do you call me to other people?
Jasmine?
Oh, I got no. So I usually they go by. I meet them with one Twitter handle, and then they switch it up on me. But I'm so used to calling them, what it was back in the day because there's also Megatron. He goes by Mega General, I think now, and I'm like, no, you're always going to be Megatron to me.
Yeah.
No,
So,
Megatron.
Denied.
Yeah,
Bad
and so
Megatron.
DMAC, his name is DMAC now, is always going to be Hornet to me. And you can ask him. I refuse to call him anything other than Hornet because that is what I met you as, and that's what you're going to stay as.
Okay, so that makes
So don't change
perfect
your name.
sense. What's that?
Don't change your name.
No. Well, but that makes perfect sense, right?
Right.
But for months, I've been
Caleb's
meaning
not
to
even
ask
real,
you
man.
that because every once in a while you'll say something, but I'll call this person. Well, I was like, okay. Sorry, my mom named me Josh, but what does Holly call me?
No, and I mean, even people will tell me their real name and be like, oh, you can call me this. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Don't.
I know you by your Twitter handle, and that's what it's going to stay. So
When we went to Vegas, that was sort of the same way. It was like, I don't really care what your real name is because I'm not ever going to remember it. It is what is on Twitter.
I was going to say, Caleb goes by his middle name, so he's got away with that for a long time.
there you go.
You weren't supposed to say anything.
Oh, I
Wait,
wasn't?
Caleb is your middle name?
Yeah, his
Maybe.
first name's Eugene.
I didn't know that.
False.
Learn something new every day.
making-
No,
Stuff up.
Greg's a liar.
Greg's a liar.
Oh,
That's not true.
you're so stupid.
All right, let's talk about crypto.
All right.
Wow.
So one of the first things we wanted to talk about was Shibarium. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So-
right up there. There's going to be.
Is it going to be up there?
It's going to be right there.
Okay, cool. So what we've been looking into, and we've been in kind of the BSC mode for a while, but us as a group have really been looking outside of that and where to make some money outside of it. Just like the next thing we're going to talk about with CROS, that's one of those projects we saw outside of this umbrella. Well, with Shibarium, sometime the rumor is that this summer they're going to launch their blockchain on a fork of Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
So what they are promising that it's going to speed up the transactions and that the gas fees are going to be lower. Mm-hmm. But every time that it's used, it's also going to burn SHIB. Mm-hmm. So the excitement is behind it is that SHIB is going to burn faster And that is a main reason why a lot of people believe that the price is going to skyrocket. I don't know if that means right away, if that means 3 months down the road after the blockchain launches, but there is something behind SHIB besides it being just a meme coin. Kind of like what we talked about with Doge a few episodes ago, that people look at it as, haha, funny Doge, you might make some money, but it is what it is now. It's going to be around that 10-cent mark forever. But there's a Ethereum bridge coming for Doge. So there are some things working that makes me think that SHIB may be on the rise in the upcoming quarter or two.
The underdog.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to get into SHIB, now's the time because it added a 0.
Isn't it kind of interesting too how some of these tokens, how they started as jokes, whatever you want to say, but then they found out that there's actually some really good use cases for them.
Yeah, it's a good blockchain.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that like you said, I think there's 5 zeros on SHIB right now, if I'm not mistaken. 4 or 5.
Now, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So it is now 5. It
It's
was
5
4
now.
Okay. So it actually, I think it is a really good entry point. I know that when I first got into it, I paid more. And one of the things we're looking at doing, we were doing before we filmed this podcast, was some dollars cost averaging on getting that buy price down. And I'm sure this afternoon we're going to spend some more time looking into it too. So something to be on the lookout. I think there's going to be more to come. There was actually even a tweet or two that was out there that was deleted that was talking about it. And I think that this is something that you're going to want to pay attention to whether you invest in it or not. So
Agreed.
with that being said,
I mean, it's basically like the polygon. Like, think of it
yeah.
like that.
And what's
Look
that price right now?
I think it's like 80 cents or somewhere around there.
Yeah,
80
so
to 90
if you
cents
could go
for
from
matic.
5 zeros to say 50 cents
Right,
in,
Yeah.
I don't call it 2 years even,
right.
it's a pretty big jump in an investment.
Yeah.
So it, because what was it, you $1,000 bought how much SHIB?
$1,000 gets you almost 100 million.
Almost 100 million SHIB.
Yeah.
So if that went to 50 cents, would you be okay with $50 million?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I
Maybe,
mean,
yeah.
I'm pretty greedy. I'd have to
Right.
consult with somebody.
Like maybe you could buy for the airplane tickets to Vegas next time?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Or Celebration in Arizona might be just a little bit more
Yes. I'm thinking
High
tamales.
roller.
That's all
Yeah.
I got.
Tamales.
The
Yeah.
tamales.
$50 million tamales.
Yeah.
You could buy a lot of tamales for $50 million.
Hey, green chili cheese.
That sounds
But
good.
definitely something to keep an eye on. And kind of along those same lines, and we're not going to keep beating a dead horse with these tokens, but CROS, we talked about the CROS swap a lot here recently because a lot of things have been happening. In 10 days, they've burnt 2% of the supply based on the swap that just launched. Do the math on that if that continues, and I actually think the volume is going to go higher, so that may burn quicker. That is going to start climbing in price quickly. So keep that in mind. Look into that. Or just watch it. Even if you're just curious and you don't want to put money in it, that's something that I would track to see what's going to happen in the next 90 days with that. I think that as more bridges come out, we were talking off camera, if that bridge to the BSC chain comes out and you can now buy CROS on BSC, that is the bubble of people that will go, hey, I will buy this, whether because it's new and shiny, or I might be able to stake it or farm it. And the more chains it shows up on, the more volume that's going to happen, the more burn that's going to happen. And there's a limited supply. So watch out.
Yeah.
I mean, if this hits the way it hits, your SHIB investment is going to be like my CROS investment. And I don't know, we'll take private planes. We'll take 2 separate private planes when we go out to Arizona
Tamales.
or something and eat tamales. Drink margaritas and eat tamales in Arizona.
Yeah.
So, well, you know
That
what?
sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
That sounds like
If that investment hits like that, why don't we just build a house in Arizona?
There we go.
We'll just fly. We'll fly to
let's build a little compound that you
Yeah.
guys have, a second home.
with a podcast studio. So like every Friday we just fly to Arizona. You know?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. But we would need one in Ohio or
Ohio?
Why did I just say Ohio?
I'm not sure.
I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking.
Is that where all the trains crash?
You miss whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Oh yeah, whiskey girl.
Oh yeah.
Two
Kansas
places
City.
because I don't want to stay in Arizona all the time. I
Well,
wanna
we would
go-
definitely build 2 podcast studios.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would be pretty sweet.
Wow.
So
Multiple.
so before we move on
Hungry.
and talk about the last one, not everything that we talk about is actually going to be good. Okay?
No.
But I don't want it to be
That's
confused as FUD. It's true information.
Yeah.
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 Which brings
Informative.
us to Flare.
Yeah.
Okay? Got
Woo.
some connections over at Flare, some people that we've had on the podcast with Glow, things like that. This isn't a bash fest, but there is some information with Flare that I believe we need to discuss. Okay? I think that's only fair. Flare.
I was gonna
That's going to be
say.
confusing.
That's
I'm going to
pretty
tongue
good.
twister myself on this, but
Freestyle.
so, an alleged employee, they are saying that an alleged employee at crypto.com took $200,000 as a listing fee. The way I understand it, that $200,000 came from the pre-sale. And now we're in legalities of how that's going to be either recovered or how crypto.com is going to make it right. Now, there was a meeting yesterday between Flare's team and crypto.com, and there was supposed to be an update yesterday from the Flare team, but I didn't see it. I don't think it happened. Anybody else catch that?
I didn't see it.
So
No, I've been paying attention.
and there really is no more news to that, right?
Yeah.
Glow, the native token, is still not listed on CoinMarketCap either, or at least it's not tracking in my wallets. So I don't really know what the outcome of that is going to look like, right? So we don't know anything more than anybody else might know. But I would keep your eye on that because it's I don't want to go as far as saying it's a dire situation, but it's getting pretty close to that in my eyes. And like I said, that's
Well,
that's not FUD to the team. That's just truth.
Right.
What were you going to say,
Well,
Holly?
here's my desire because that's our money.
It's,
I invested in this.
I'm putting it kind of like this, but
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
But I mean, here's the biggest thing that, and this again, like I'll say it too. This isn't FUD; it's fact. They were supposed to launch back on April 1st. We're now on May 5th.
Yeah.
Our money has been given to them for even longer than that because the pre-sale has been going on for so long.
I was going to ask
So
you, Holly,
now-
do you remember when the pre-sale started? Was it March 1st? Was it a month?
It was in March.
Okay.
I just don't think it was the first.
Okay.
I feel like it was maybe mid-March.
Not
I
that
honestly,
important. I just
it's-
couldn't remember.
right. But here's the biggest complaint that I've been hearing from others is my money is stuck. My money's wrapped up in that. And right now, the people are making money elsewhere
Yeah.
on other things. So it just kind of sucks, to be honest, because it's like, well, now what? Now I know, some people put $25,000 into Flare and it's stuck.
Yeah.
It's like, where's my money? So I feel personally like it's a dire situation, at least to update us on what's going on. What can we expect? Because what's going to happen if crypto.com comes back and says, oh, sorry, that's not our problem? That's the biggest question for me.
Yeah.
And so how long is it going to be that our money is tied up? Because I mean, unless Flare has $200,000 that they can refund everybody, I think we might be screwed.
Yeah, and my thought process would be, I doubt that that's the case. I don't think that they would have that in reserves to be able to refund everybody. Now, I'm not speaking for the team because I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm with you too, and you're probably right. Dire to me is a word that is kind of like there's no coming back. Like it would take almost a miracle. So that's why I didn't quite go that way, but that word can be interpreted a little bit different. But also
It's interpreted different for me.
yeah.
Because right now is like, to me, if we had that money, we'd be able to invest it in other things.
And I don't think I had thought of it like that. That's probably, you're probably
people
right.
are missing out on other things because, I mean, who has all, unlimited income that you can be like, oh, okay, I'm going to throw money into this one, even though I'm my some of my money's stuck in Flare.
Caleb
I
does.
mean, well, I mean, I have some, and so that's what I've been doing. But it would be nice, with what I put in Flare, if I could have it back, just to put it in other things. I mean,
even if
maybe that's degenerate in me. I don't know.
Yeah, but even if the project wasn't named Flare, if it was anything, I mean, we were just talking about trying to get the dollar cost average on SHIB down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that was money that you could take to get your dollar cost average down, yeah, and you're right. I think some people aren't stressed about it. Those are probably people that don't have anything invested in the pre-sale or very little.
Right.
And then I would say that there's probably a lot of people that have enough money in it that they are really wondering what's going on. So, and I've seen some support. I've seen some questions being asked. I just haven't seen a lot of answers. So hopefully,
I think that's where. Oh, sorry, I totally cut you off.
That's okay. I think our delay is a little bit more than it normally is, but I was going to say with that is, I'm hoping that the communication comes out sooner than later. The one
100%.
thing, and I'm not pointing a finger just at Flare, but the one thing about projects that get me sometimes is, hey, we're going to have this AMA, or hey, we're going to have this update, and then we don't hear any, and it's say tomorrow, but we don't hear anything until 7 days later. If you don't hit your timeline, throw a tweet out there that says, guys, sorry, we're covered up. We're not going to be able to have an update today. We hope to have one in the next 48 hours, whatever that looks like. Because communication is pretty big, to me anyways.
Yeah.
Silence scares me in any aspect of life.
Yeah. I was literally going to say silence isn't the best route to go all the time. Sometimes it is. Like, if you're just building and stuff and you really don't have anything to say other than, hey, we're working on it, then cool. Like, okay, but the complete dead silence, or when people are asking questions and you don't even answer, that's a problem. Your community is the reason your token is successful or not successful. So you need to rely on the community who is keeping you afloat and give them something. And that, to me, I see it more often than not recently. And I'm like, no wonder people are like fudding. No wonder they have fear, because we don't hear anything. We don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. The other part of that, Holly, too, is that there's been enough black eyes passed around in the last, let's just call it this fiscal year, that it's almost expected. So now when that silence seems to be magnified, because it's sort of like we're sitting there going, it's going to be bad. Like nobody is sitting there in silence going, oh, the news is coming, it's going to be awesome. Because we've been smacked in the face so much that people, I think, are just ready for it to be bad news. Right. I'm not anticipating good news, and it may turn out to be good news, but that's not where my mind is.
No, mine either. I'm hoping for the sake, because there are some people on the Glow team that I absolutely is such a great person. Jared is amazing. So for me, it's like I'm really sad for them, because I know that like they're just as stressed out. You know what I mean? If not worse. I mean, you're dealing with $200,000 of other people's money. And so I totally understand like where they're coming from. However, there's nothing wrong with just coming out and just saying, hey guys, we're still working with crypto.com. When we have an update, we'll provide it to you, but just come out and say something. Don't just go radio silent. And then on top of that, they sent out, a tweet explaining what happened. And then because I feel like maybe because they got backlash, they deleted it. And that's never okay either.
Well, I didn't screenshot it, but I did read it. I saw it. I can't summarize it all because my memory is not that awesome. But I am glad what you said, though, because there are people on that team that have been very supportive of us, even behind the scenes, of just like reaching out and helping you with getting some of the things to a broader audience with just audio files and some of the things that they've shared. Just like every other token out there, we've never, just for the record, we've never received tokens from them or anything like that. But I just mean support to help something like this kind of help get it off the ground. Last fall when things really started picking up steam, they were one of the first people had us on a space and helped promote us. And there are some great people out there. It's just a bad situation all the way around.
It's a very sucky situation.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not to conclusions, and this goes to, like, I'm saying this to myself too, because it makes me angry inside with like how just scams are happening over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But if I was in this position, it's easy to say I wouldn't do it this way, I would do it that way, but I've never been in that position, so I don't know. And I don't know how I would react, what I would do different, or if I would do anything different. I think I would, but again, I'm not in that position. I'm not responsible for $200,000 of other people's money. So it's really tough to actually like point fingers because of that, because I don't know what it's like.
I agree with you. I also think part of that too is we don't have every piece of information either.
No.
So some of what we, put pieces of the puzzle together and fill in the blanks type thing. So I don't want to get too far off the rails with it, but it's a situation to definitely keep our eyes on. I know I've said that several times, this one in a more negative light, but for all the people that have put money into the project, I hope this turns around and they do get some sort of resolution out of it.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say about it but it's been kind of another sore spot and just what's been going down and things like that. So just keep your eyes open on that, and we'll see. And if we have any updates, we'll definitely get to it. And like I said, we are hoping for the best on this. We're hoping that things get rectified and people come out whole. So
that's really what it is at the end of the day. So
on that super positive note, Holly, you're up.
Okay, so as a brand new person that he's pretty awesome, and he just recently, that I've seen at least, started posting every day positivity stuff. And so I'm so excited to highlight him today. I don't know much about him, but I have a feeling I will get to know him as the time goes on, because he does have the best quotes. So his name is Jacob. Handle is Jacob H1029. And on Wednesday, he posted, "If you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down. Let go of negativity." And then he says, "Follow for more inspirational tweets." And that's the truth. He does it, he's been doing it every day. And so I suggest, if you need some positivity in your life or holitivity in your life, make sure to follow Jacob, because he is providing it. So
Good
yay,
deal.
Jacob!
Yeah, good job. Congratulations.
It's time for Caleb's choice.
His choice.
His rules.
Ooh, that was close.
Did I
You
do
may
it?
have nailed that.
Yes.
Depending on
Like my
what
goal in life.
depending on what the delay is there, you may have actually nailed that one.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope I did. I'm so excited to listen now.
All right, first question for today is, what TV show would you like to have rebooted
Oh wow.
or remade? Or
That's a good one.
yeah.
Well, I feel like all of the ones I would say have already been remade.
What's yours? You got the chance to think about this.
I was thinking as a kid, Knight Rider. I think
That was one of the first ones,
Yeah.
but didn't they kind of do that already?
they may have. I didn't see it.
But I don't think I ever watched it.
Hmm.
Thinking like 10 years ago they may have redone
They
that.
may have. I don't know.
Gosh.
That's the first one that popped in my head was Knight Rider.
You know what mine is? That's easy.
What is it?
What? Yeah.
Friends.
Friends.
Redifferent, yeah.
Redo Friends?
Friends. I love Friends. You
I
guys,
just-
it's like my go-to. I love that game show.
I just feel like that would be weird. To
Why?
redo Friends.
Like bring back the same actors, or just redo the story with different actors, or
depends on the actors, of course. Like,
Yeah.
but if they get good ones like the originals, hell yeah, like
Yeah.
bring it back.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What about you, Josh?
I don't know. That'd almost be like redoing Seinfeld or something. Like, to me, that'd be really hard to do.
Josh,
Well,
they've remade every other show I can think
I
of.
said
know.
reboot, right?
Yeah,
So it could be
it could be.
just continuing.
You could.
Yeah, it could
continue.
bring back the original
Yeah, you could
actors.
bring back the
All
original.
right.
That's a good question.
Do you got one?
That is a good question.
Actually, I do, and most people aren't going to get this reference, but I can't really remember how it ended, so there may not be very many original characters still alive, but I would love to see the Shield come back. It was
Yeah, I
a
know what you're
great
talking about.
show.
Yeah.
But I can't
would be
remember if all the main people died in that or not. There was a lot of deaths in the last season, but I can't remember. But that would be a great show, or maybe even like a prequel to where you could see how they got so corrupt.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. I love that show. One of my all-time favorite shows.
All right. Shield. I would say there was a sci-fi show called Firefly. I don't know if you know.
It only had one season, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was
I
good.
I was going to guess you're going to say that one.
Really?
Yeah.
And they had made a movie, but they kind of closed
Yeah.
it. But
You know, speaking of that, did you guys ever watch Deadwood?
I've not seen that.
So
I
they
know
had
what
like
you're talking
3
about.
seasons,
Yeah.
and they didn't realize they were being canceled on HBO, and so it just stopped.
Oh,
That would be a great one to bring back so that we can get some freaking closure.
Yeah.
That's what I hate when they don't end it.
Yeah, they didn't know
Oh,
though.
yes, I
They
hate
thought they were going season
Yes,
4, and there was a lot of cliffhangers, and like we don't know what happened to these people.
Yeah.
And they were gonna make a movie, but it fell through because several of those actors became like big time stars.
Mm.
So that would be awesome if they would redo that one too.
That would
I should have picked that probably.
No, you can't.
I can't change my mind.
Can't
Sure it
pick
is.
one. All right. Second question: would you rather live without the internet or live without AC, air conditioning?
oh gosh.
Dang, that's.
Why? Yeah.
Do I get to pick where I live?
Sure.
Right.
Okay, I'm moving
Oh.
north, and I'm gonna have internet.
Wait.
But if I live in
No.
Missouri,
You have to have AC.
oh man, you'll die.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I would die. Like
Yeah.
literally die because it's degrees here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we would
So you'd
die.
rather go without the internet, huh?
I would have to. I mean, there's really like either die and have the internet or live and not have the internet. I'm gonna choose living, unless I'm 85.
Yeah. With no AC, I could die.
Unless I'm 85.
Unless I'm 85.
She doesn't want to live past 85.
No.
Kind of with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Meg,
make 85.
Meg was
What
making
did you
fun of
say?
me over that.
He didn't
I would
say.
say
AC,
you
especially
would
here in Missouri.
I'm moving
Well,
north.
I could
picking
just-
The
internet.
humidity will kill you.
sit in the pond all day. But I'd be
With
watching
internet?
Netflix. I'd still be watching Netflix.
All right.
I'll take the internet.
Yeah,
the
I knew
AC.
Greg was going internet. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's gotta be
gosh,
connected.
I cannot. Nope.
I wonder what our kids would pick.
Internet.
Internet.
Yeah, but they're
100%
wussies too. They don't want to
internet.
be
They would-
hot.
Yeah.
No, my daughter would like push through. I can't even imagine her not having the internet. That's all she knows.
She
Yeah.
can't
They-
imagine it.
you-
She's no.
Not
Right.
Snapchat. There's no way.
They would
No.
all just be sweaty messes.
Yeah.
Sweaty messes.
All right. Last question. It's lunchtime. I'm hungry. What's your favorite small restaurant? Like not a chain, but just like a favorite.
Oh.
Like a mom and pop
place.
type thing?
Yeah.
Wow. There's some good ones.
Nobody's going to know what this is.
What?
But mine's Amsterdam Cafe.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
Well, you guys. I just
Well,
need
yeah.
people watching.
Yeah.
Amsterdam's a town of like 300 people.
Yeah.
I don't think very many people are going to know about it, but it's just a guy owns it. I swear to you, he makes the best hamburgers at a reasonable price. But they have fried chicken night, and it's really good. It's just a cafe, and it's good food and reasonable, and I should eat there more often
Yeah.
because I'm so
Support the
skinny.
local.
We should go. Yeah, we should like go eat. Like, let's just end it.
What about you?
Come back.
Now it's over. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm hungry. If I had to choose one, mom and pa, locally owned, I would say there's a place called Kitty's. You know where that's at? I just so, like.
Why
Is
do
that in
you
the bad
have
part of town?
Japanese, kitties?
Yeah,
Like, why does
Japanese
everything
kitties.
sound like?
That's why I asked if it was in the bad part of town.
It's not in a great part of town.
Yeah,
but
that's what
they
I
got
thought.
good burgers and it's locally owned. And,
They have good views.
no.
Oh.
It's like right in the middle of some houses. It's just
Okay.
like random.
That's
On-
random.
on a
So
small
go
street.
have a hamburger and you might get robbed.
Possibly.
I'll take Amsterdam.
I've
Cafe.
taken people like I took my sister-in-law in there and she will not go back because she was scared. So
Oh, Greg.
Is that
Yeah,
cash
it's-
Oh
only?
Lord.
yes, it's
I've
cash
eaten
only.
there once. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's
This in the
sketchy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a little spot you can eat outside too.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That is sketchy.
Why are you smiling like that?
Because it's sketchy.
I, for the record, have never eaten there in case there's bad things happening.
I'm not
Because it's
scared.
got a weird name.
Kitty's Cafe.
Did you pick one?
Mine's not actually here. It's in Colorado. It's old Colorado City.
Yeah.
Perfacini's.
Yeah.
It's awesome Italian food.
I put down
Oh.
some Italian food when I went and visited you there. It was good.
It was good.
Like,
All
it may be the
handmade. Yeah.
best Italian
What
food
kind
I've
of
ever
Italian
had.
do you like? Spaghetti?
You guys
Say-
are making
say-
me so hungry.
Say the name of it again.
Chicken Marco
Well,
is what they had. What's that?
What was the name of the restaurant?
Perfacini's.
Parafacini's. I never can remember that one. I
I'm
try to
missing
tell
my
people about it.
Parafacini's.
It's awesome.
It is good.
We'll
Holly,
have
you
to
got
stop by
one?
there on the way to Arizona.
Yeah. So
Really?
there,
Oh, yeah.
I am from a little tiny town here in Arizona. I grew up there until I was a sophomore in high school, and then I moved over to Flagstaff. But the place is called El Camino, and it is the best Mexican food I think, other than my mom's, I've had. They have these things called stuffed sopapillas, and they stuff them with meat and lettuce, cheese, all that good stuff, beans. And it's other than this other place called Si Senor, it's the only place I've ever had a stuffed sopapilla. Like nowhere else really has this on the menu, and it is the best, but they have the best chips and salsa too. Oh,
Check that out.
it makes me so hungry, and I don't have family or anything there anymore, so I have no reason to go back other than going to eat at El Camino.
So you
I
grew,
think I would do it.
so you grew up in Flagstaff?
I did.
'Cause
Mhm.
we actually had an aunt. We actually went to Flagstaff for 2 weeks in the summer one time.
Like in '88.
Yeah, like 1988.
Oh, wow.
We this is really weird. They owned what they called a mountain, and they had 3 houses on this hill mountain. I don't know if it was really a mountain, but it was really cool. Like, I love Flagstaff, Arizona.
it was
That
nice.
Oh,
I
it's
thought that place was
so
awesome.
right there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's-
I feel like my parents really wanted me to go to college at NAU, which is the college town in there, but it's more of like a retirement town.
It is.
Um
Everyone's old.
other than you do have the college, and it's pretty, like, a lot of people go, but it's just like there's not a lot to do as a college kid.
It's like super low key.
So yeah, it really, really is.
Yeah. I could see going there now and really enjoying it because they
100%. I
worry
still
about
do. Like,
anything.
my parents still are there, and so we go. I try to go visit often, just because the weather is beautiful, especially right now. Like, we're getting in the high 90s now, and they're just chilling at 70 degrees, and they don't get the crazy summers like we do.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Flagstaff would be if I was going to be a snowbird, I definitely would choose Flagstaff to be my second home.
So is it mountains in Flagstaff?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so I guess she actually did own a mountain. That's what she always told us.
Okay.
And they had 3 houses and bikes, motorized, not really motorcycles.
Yeah.
What is that you ride
Moped
around?
or-
The scooter?
Yeah, kind of like a scooter
Okay.
that you rode all over this hill. I mean, it was giant. I don't know how many acres it was because I was little, but it was awesome.
I've been to Flagstaff.
Trees
Oh,
are
her property is probably worth millions and millions.
well, she's probably dead now because she was old then.
She was a professional trumpet player.
Yeah, she was a
had one arm.
professional trumpet player, and she only had one
Really?
hand.
Yeah.
Flagstaff.
Oh, wow.
I've been there before. Is there a Denny's
Yeah,
in
the cost of
Flagstaff?
living. Yeah,
I've eaten at
there's
that Denny's.
several.
Okay.
The Denny's
Yeah,
by
no.
Coffin Stadium burnt to the ground 2 days ago.
Really? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I've been to that one several times.
Holly, what's your question for us.
All right. So, would you rather? I love would you rather be alive and alone, or dead or about to die with a group of friends?
Like the whole group of friends are dying together?
Yeah.
That's a little morbid.
I like it. That's a good
So I
question.
pick dying with
I'll
all
die
my
by
friends.
myself, or everyone will die.
Or everyone dies.
Yeah.
Alive and alone, or with all your friends.
I'm picking alive and alone.
I'll let my friends live.
I want
Yeah.
my friends to live.
Take one for the team.
You dying with your friends?
I'll
I'm
die
not
with-
taking for the team. I'm dying with everybody else.
Everyone else is dying with me.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be by myself. That's boring.
True. I wouldn't want to be alone.
What are we doing? Like in a motorboat or something and get eaten by
Airplane.
What?
Airplane.
a shark or jumping off the stratosphere together?
Jumping off the stratosphere together.
Yeah.
Spit out my drink.
I missed it.
Oh my gosh.
I try to figure out how
She
we
does
all
that a
dying
lot.
at the same time. It's gonna be
I don't
epic,
know.
whatever it
Maybe
was.
we all drink poison like that one cult that
Okay,
did that.
that's
They like drink
little-
The,
poison.
the
died.
Kool-Aid.
But that got real serious real
Would
fast.
you drink
I
it with
wouldn't
them?
drink
I'm not drinking your
Yeah,
Kool-Aid, Holly.
I'd be
We
alone.
go
Don't
eat.
drink the
We're
Kool-Aid.
not going to eat food at all.
Yeah, we go eat enchiladas and there's this little shot of grape Kool-Aid where I'm like, yeah, no thanks.
I'll be like, you're not my
We'll
friend.
push that to the side. I don't need that in my life.
Oh.
Did everybody answer that?
Yep.
Yeah, I would die with the friends.
And Holly wanted to die with friends too because it's
You're,
boring.
you're the only one that would be alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be alone.
That's all right.
What?
That way you guys can continue my legacy. Whatever. All right, so we are going to introduce a new segment. So as we are continuing into season 2, we are working on a lot of things behind the scenes. One of the first things that's ready for you guys, besides the intro, is the new segment, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Okay, so we're going to start with the good.
All right, so I'm going to do the good today, and I'm going to go with token, coin, whatever it's called.
Pepe.
It's Ethereum best. It's Pepe, but it is up 1,300% from launch.
That's doing pretty good.
1,300%.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I saw it had a 1.5 billion market cap.
Yes, it
That's
does.
insane.
It is insane.
And you guys, they got listed on KuCoin. And the crazy thing is they got listed on Binance.
It's insane.
That is.
I cannot believe it.
I mean, it's good, right? Because people are making money.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all about
Yes.
people making money. But it is crazy to me that was the thing that took off.
And it's her favorite animal.
Yeah, it's your favorite animal.
Right, you guys. The crazy thing is people were telling me about this like before it actually launched. And they were like making fun of me. Ha, look at this one, Holly. Why don't you get in this frog coin? You know, I'm like, I'm not doing it. I cannot believe I did not do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to kick myself.
Yeah, I
Because-
can't believe I didn't because I'm not that guy that jumps into those deals that just skyrockets 1,600%.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
Not yet.
No, and there was
it's
like I saw a transaction that somebody bought $27 on and put it in there at launch, and they made $3 million.
Dang.
wow.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Super happy for
Yeah.
that person, for real. Like, we always talk about we
Right.
want everybody to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
I wish that was a story that we could talk about every week. Like
Yeah.
somebody was, even if it wasn't one of us,
yeah.
it would just be awesome.
Here's a question for you guys.
Okay.
So you put $7 in Pepe. Say it was you. Could you honestly hold off to $3 million?
No,
Probably not.
I've told these.
I don't think I could either.
I've told these guys
Yeah.
before. I think in the near future, whatever that is, we're going to have hard conversations about when to sell some of the tokens that we're invested in, because
Yes.
everybody wants their 100 million whatever token they have when it gets to $1 to cash out $100 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do with it when it's 50 cents? You gonna wait for it to get to $1? Or you're gonna cash out $50 million? You know what I mean?
Right.
So even take that further. When it's worth $1 million, are you gonna wait for it to get to 50? So there's gonna be some hard conversations, I think, for some people to go, I don't really know what to do with pitbull token right now. It's worth $50,000. Some people will be like, hang on to it. It's gonna go up even more. It'll be worth $1 million. Other people are like, if I made $50,000 on a $200 investment, I'd sell.
Yeah.
There's going to be some hard conversations. Now, me, I'm really looking forward to those hard conversations because that's a good problem to have. But kudos to that. I mean, I when it comes to those meme coins and things like that, I'm all about people making money on it. For the long-term holders, just do your own research. I mean, but research it, because for every time you see somebody that put in $27 to make $3 million, there's a million people putting in $100 and they lose it all. You know, so just be careful is all I would say. But best of luck. I mean, I hope people rock this thing.
Yeah.
It is the season, right? Because there's a lot more coming
really
out.
Is. You guys, I was holding this degenerate. I was really holding off. And I feel like now, I held off too long because everything is like going crazy. But I just decided I'm going to join the party. And I've been having so much fun. I'm not putting an astronomical number in these tokens. I'm throwing $50 here, $25 there. Like, something could catch for me. Why can't it be me? If everybody else can do it, why can't I?
Yeah. What you said, though, is very smart, though. You're not throwing money at it you can't afford to lose. And that would be one of the things that I would just suggest to everyone is don't be afraid, or don't do it to where you're afraid to lose it. So, okay.
Yeah.
So, the bad.
The bad cake.
Now, what about cake?
And the staking and the locking it in and losing money.
Yeah, so everybody that locked it in for 52 weeks had been waiting for a year to get their money, right? And as soon as it happens, I kind of told you guys, I figured there would be a drop in price because people would get it out. They've been waiting a year. And it drops over $1 in the first week. And now, people like me are going to have to wait longer before they do anything with it, because even though the APY was good on the token side, where you bought in a year ago to where it is now, and then it drops another $1, it's not awesome. So I think that's a great one for the bad. Is cake going anywhere?
No,
it's not. But you could sell it now, but at the same time, for a guy like me, I'm going to hold firm for a while, at least another month, to wait to see how it does.
Right, because we know where it's been.
Right, and maybe people will use the pancakeswap to buy all these meme coins so that my cake will go up.
There you go.
I don't know, but yeah, so that's definitely something that is bad. At least personally for us it is, because we were hoping to just be in it for a year, even if the price was even, sell it, make some money. That none of that worked out. So, anything else about cake before we get to the ugly?
No, nothing else about cake.
Okay, so the ugly. So, something happened. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
It's yesterday.
Yeah, so yesterday. That in itself is not necessarily ugly, but a certain CEO decided to list so that he could his Twitter handle could be subscribed to. It just turned out really bad for a lot of people involved. It just, the photos came out. It was seriously almost like, here's an underhanded pitch, hit a grand slam off of it, like I'm just going to give you one. And it just turned Twitter into a freaking nightmare. And like I said, in itself, I don't really care if he does that or not. It just seemed like the timing was horrible. And for those people that have just been getting the crap kicked out of them for the last however many months, it just felt like
A slap in the
handing
face.
the FUDers a shovel and going, hey, go hit everybody over the head with it. Yeah, it just, to me personally, people can hate me for saying this. They can call me a FUDder, whatever. All I'm saying is, to me, it was a very bad look. Like that I would have never advised someone in that position to do that at that time. Listen, if that thing was, approaching a penny, do whatever you want. Who cares, right? It just seemed like very, very bad timing. And like I said, just easy target for FUD.
Well, here's the thing: it's like, I think it's $4 a month to subscribe. Okay, it's $4.
Yeah,
like whatever. That's fine and well, but the problem that I'm really having is, initially in the description it said, what more direct contact, possible AMAs and fun content, right? So my biggest concern is, so if I don't subscribe to you, there's a possibility I can miss announcements, some AMAs, being a holder for over 2 years now.
That's my thought too.
I'm not privy to this information because I don't subscribe to you. Like, that is a slap in the face, and I feel like that's a lot of people's sentiment out there. And then you have the people who are attacking people that feel this way, saying, well, you don't even know what John's going to do with it. Okay, so that's a twofold statement.
Right.
Number one, so you do? So if you do, why do you know this as only a holder, because you're not part of the team? Why do you know what he's going to do, but none of us do?
Yeah.
Number two is, you still don't know what he's going to do. So I'm going to pay you $4 not knowing what's going to be there. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So you want to rebuttal and bash people for not knowing what he's going to do. That's shame on you. Because I saw it from, a specific group of people that literally put it in their group chat and go attack these people. I know it because I just know that it happens.
That group wouldn't have two numbers in its name, would it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just a good guesser.
Yeah. So those people attack, and it's like, you're making it worse than what it really is. Just shut your mouth and let people have an opinion, period.
Yeah.
Like, I'm entitled to my opinion just like you are. But don't come to me and say you don't know what it is, because I'm going to come back at you and ask that specific question of, how do you know what's going to happen? And why do you know? Why are you privy to information that I'm not? We are the same holders.
Yeah. Whether you have one token or 200 million tokens, it should not matter.
It should not matter. So you're telling me that this specific CEO is giving you the information so it's fact? So until you have facts, shut up. Period.
Well, but just that in itself brings us to the conversation. That's why I picked it for the ugly, because should we really even have to be having this conversation? And I saw two things yesterday that was hilarious to me. Like, one guy said, well, you never know, that $4 or $5, whatever it is, he might just buy SafeMoon and burn it. Okay, well, why don't we just spend that $5 on SafeMoon every month? If that's the goal, is to raise the price, why don't you just put that money towards SafeMoon? Whatever, because I know some people have subscribed to it. To each their own. That's fine.
Right.
But the other thing,
and that's the thing, is that's still not. How do you know that's what he's gonna do? Did he tell you that? And why isn't he telling us that? Like, that's my point of it all. You don't know any more than I do.
Well, and the other thing too, though, along those same lines is, if you want to subscribe to it, then that's cool. Go right ahead. But one of the things it said was AMAs. Has there ever been an AMA? I mean, maybe before I was on Twitter, but I don't remember ever being an AMA. Ever.
Yeah, there was.
Was there? Okay. So, I guess there was a long time ago. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, it's just been.
Some of them are crazy. Yeah.
But hosted by John, how many has he done, do you think?
Well, so back in the day, like in 2021, He did them every Sunday.
Every Sunday. That's right. Okay.
SafeMoon Sunday.
Because I think we got into that probably towards the end of when that was stopping.
Yeah.
But it's been 2 years.
Oh, it's
Year and a half?
been over about a year and a half. Yeah.
So I mean, it'd
Maybe.
be cool if they came back, but I kind of also think that the people that have been holding for a really, really long time should have access to that for free. That's just my thought.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, there's got to be some reward there, you know, because you have a lot of people that have not sold a token in the time that they've held on to the SafeMoon token. So, and I'm not even saying it because it's SafeMoon. I'd feel that way about any token, honestly. It's just that, let's just say that, what if John G, the only way you could talk to him anymore is if you subscribe to his Twitter account? I mean, Grove people would be mad, right? And same thing with any other token, you know, not that I probably shouldn't throw names out there because I don't want anybody to hear 1 second of this and think, oh, John G's doing that. And okay, that's not what's happening. All right. But so I won't use any more names. But what if anybody else did that, the Shib army would be they'd be mad. You know, all the people that you could think of would be upset. So listen, I don't really care. Honestly, I don't care.
You can do what you want with your money.
Right, and I don't see John if that's what John wants to do and he wants to do it that way. That's cool. I'm still holding. I'm not selling it because of it. The ugly part to me is the timing.
Yeah.
Because I'm not on Twitter 24/7, but I had to take a break. I mean, it was just too much. I mean, I saw.
I don't know how she does it.
I don't either. I don't know how you do it either, Holly. Because I saw people that I know have been pretty good friends for a long time getting after each other over it, and I'm like, that sucks. Like, we don't need that right now.
You know, in all honesty, and I said it yesterday in a tweet. I said, pay attention to when things are less than favorable. People's true colors start to show, and that is what I'm taking in. So I'm actually having more fun with it than not. I don't care. If you got, like, you could say whatever you want about me. I don't care. I know who I am and I stay true to who I am. So I'm good. But I've also sat back and watched these people, friends, just bashing the living shit out of each other. And it's like, do you see yourself?
That's the part that's hard for me.
It just is mind blowing. And so I really hope like people are paying attention. Those aren't your friends. And I've been saying it for how long now? Like, if you're going to bash me over a crypto project, you're not my friend.
Yeah.
Right.
Period.
Katrina would never do that to you, Greg.
Oh, Katrina, you rememred her name.
She's got your back.
Oh
yeah.
my God,
Katrina
she does
and
listen.
Stephanie, and I think that's just Daddy Shark.
Yeah.
Did it have a name?
Can you do that again? You
No,
wanna
that bet's
sing?
over.
Well,
I guess for those that don't know about our decorations, because it does look a little weird, these are our decorations
Not
from
you.
Truth or Dare from our Vegas trip.
yeah.
Katrina and Daddy Shark and Stephanie, and then Caleb had to wear the hat, and the apron's giant, so it can't be on the table.
You look
But
good in that.
I feel like I need a little teapot.
Yeah,
up
we
there.
love it.
we do need to find a little teapot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a great time. But yeah, you know, just to kind of end that, I just treat each other like you would in person and be each other's friends for real and have each other's backs in the good times and bad times. And I would just ask CEOs, let's just put a little bit more thought into timing of some of the things that we do.
Yeah.
Because it was a madhouse yesterday for no reason, for a subscriber button. And that's why I picked it to be the ugly. So,
Yeah.
hey, anybody else got anything else to add to that?
No.
Okay, well, that is another podcast in the books, folks. I do want to say thank you one more time to Ignite Marketing for the intro and outro that they provided, and I didn't even stutter the word that time.
That was
So,
good.
Yeah, so
Thank you to
thank you
them.
very much. Guys, be on the lookout for some more content that's coming out. I'm hoping one of the things is going to happen this week. I can't give any hints whatsoever, but if it does, you'll be the first to see it. And have a great weekend, and God bless.
Be kind.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.